Welcome to Subramani. To be a successful investor, you need to keep improving. And keep improving means you will keep reading a lot. So you will have Warren Buffett telling you how to become a better investor, and Peter Lynch telling you, John Templeton, and George Soros, and a lot of people talk about investing. Unfortunately, in the Indian context, there are not too many people who write. So remember one thing: you have to read everything and then decide which one to choose. For example, Warren Buffett is not a big fan of international investing. He does not invest abroad, at least not much, but he invests in American companies which go abroad. For example, he is invested in, say, Coca-Cola. He's invested in, say, Apple, which have operations all over the world, right? But John Templeton invested a lot and made a lot of money in Japan, right? So each person has a different style. So you need to do certain things for yourself. You, of course, need to read, there is no doubt. But after you read, you need to understand how each person is speaking from his own context and how you can use it. You cannot just do a copy paste of what that person has said. For example, a lot of investing people will tell you, don't trade, buy for the long term, correct? But George Soros doesn't think so, right? He is a big trader. He does trade. So my take is, you want to trade, that's a good thing to do. There is no problem. But learn how to trade. And secondly, trade, even when you trade like an investor. For example, if somebody comes and tells you this is this penny stock for 7 rupees which is going to become 14, that is not the share for you to buy. But if somebody tells you BHEL is at 20 and it is likely to become 45, that's a good share to buy, because if you buy it at 20 and for 6 months, 8 months, 1 year it moves, it does not move at all, you're still not stuck with something bad, right? You may lose patience, you may sell it off, that's a different thing, but you're not stuck with something bad, you're not stuck with something which will get delisted, right? You're not stuck with such stuff. So even while you trade, think like an investor. But even when you buy an investment item, suppose you bought State Bank of India at 152, and in 3 days time it went to 185 or 187, maybe it's a great time to sell off, knowing that it will come back and I'll buy it again. So that is what I call trading, but thinking like an investor. You buy only very good quality stocks and make sure that if you're stuck with that while trading, it's not a problem, right? So always, everybody tells you buy for the long run, but if there is something which you think can happen in the short run, there is no harm in buying it and trading in it. So yes, buy for the long run. Always assume that the markets will not exist for 10 years. But if you get an investment opportunity, that's great. But if you get a trading opportunity, exercise it, because the markets might come down tomorrow and you may then regret that you didn't sell it, right? So trading, investing, but be very clear as to when you're doing a transaction, is it a trade or is it an investment, right? What happens if you bought some share which is wrong? Get rid of it immediately. Don't wait. Don't say, oh, I thought this and something else happened. It happens. If there are two companies, Balrampur Textiles and Balrampur Chini, and somebody told you to buy Balrampur, you thought you were buying Balrampur Chini, but you ended up buying Balrampur Textiles. Don't try to make money in such transactions. It's a mistake. You bought a wrong share. You bought Balrampur Textiles. You were supposed to buy Balrampur Chini. Whatever is it, communication mistake or whatever. Don't now try to justify that Balrampur Textiles is a great company. You have no clue. You're not looking at the textile sector. You were not looking at Balrampur. You were looking at sugar, and you thought in sugar this is a good company. That's all. Now don't pretend that you know everything about Balrampur or anything. You don't. So you don't bluff. Don't tell a lie to yourself. So if you're caught on the wrong foot, just go ahead, sell the share, make peace with yourself. It's okay to make mistakes. Don't have to buy what everybody is buying. Everybody is now buying one particular item, doesn't mean you have to buy. Today, everybody is chasing, let's say, cement or pharma. It doesn't mean you have to buy that, but it doesn't mean by going against the herd or by saying I will not do what others do, it does not mean you can cross the road when the signal is red. That is foolishness. So know why you are being a contrarian investor, why are you being a value investor, and what are you going to do about it, how long you will be in holding that position, right? Know all that before you commit to that transaction. But working against the herd is always good, but it does not mean it will always pay, right? Also remember that when you're buying a company for value, you have to know why the value is unlocking. If you don't know that, you're bluffing yourself, right? So there is always, in every company, there are some reasons why the company is very successful. So find out that reason. That is so quality is because of good production, good sales, good logistics, good customers, right? Find out about that from about every company before you invest, not after you invest. Don't invest just on sentiment. Oh, the market is closed now, hotels will suffer, so I'll go short on hotels. No, you don't need to do that. Wait, look for the implications, understand it, and then do the transactions. There's no great hurry. Don't get carried away, don't be on sentiment. I get many queries asking, is Punjab National Bank safe? Is Punjab, because the Punjab and Maharashtra Cooperative Bank failed, people were asking about Punjab National Bank and Bank of Maharashtra, etc. So it happens on the day when you're scared and you're worried, you will look at all these things, but keep a thumb rule that you will not keep more than 5 lakhs in one bank account, and keep those thumb rules for yourself. But therefore, don't invest just because you are depressed or just because you've had a divorce. Those are times when you're vulnerable to your thoughts leading you astray. Be careful, understand that, and then invest, right? Be very clear, why are you buying a share? So some shares are available below book value, and everybody feels, wow, this is great. But then if you're buying it for the book value, you should know when the company is likely to sell off the assets, pay off the liabilities, and really shut it down. Doesn't happen in India. So you will hold on to a holding company of the Godrej or of Tatas or anybody and get bad returns, but you will feel it's still okay, right? A portfolio should be diversified. This enough number of times it has been said. It should be well diversified, and it should have enough money for emergencies, etc. Right? So make sure that it's a balanced portfolio with cash available for emergencies. Thank you.